Hi, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Swapnali, and welcome back to Manifest with Swap. So, today, guys and girls, today I'm going to be talking about a topic which I know a lot of you ladies are going to sort of relate to, which is anxious attachment. Okay. Now, this is something which a lot of us experience. I myself have experienced. I know my best friend, she experienced that. Now, back then, when she was experiencing it, sadly, we were too young to understand. I was too young, she was too young. So I was not able to help her at that point. But there is something that is, anxious attachment. When you're anxiously attached to your partner, so how will you know if you are anxiously attached to your partner? If you constantly need to text the person or call the person or just be in contact with the person to feel everything is okay, chances are you are anxiously attached to the person. Now, here's what happens when you are in an anxiously attached relationship. Most of the times, I have observed it is the girls who show this kind of pattern. Now, I'm not going to talk about why it has happened, why you are anxiously attached, because that's a topic for a different video. Here I want to talk about why it is not right. A lot of things I read on Reddit, on my email, when people tell me this in my offline sessions. A lot of, also, guys, that's my cat. So two of my cats are here and they might just be running around helter skelter. So yeah. Anyways, so a lot of women I have noticed have this pattern of being anxiously attached to their partners. Now, in my offline sessions as well, I have noticed this pattern, like I mentioned about anxious attachment. I have noticed this pattern more so with women than with men. So, like I said, I don't want to talk about why this happens, what happened in your childhood. And yes, there are reasons why people can be anxiously attached to their partners. I don't want to delve into that. That is something we might, just cover in some other video, maybe the next video. I might, if I get a lot of comments asking why that happens, I can let you know. But here's the thing, it has happened. What had to happen has happened. We cannot go back and change the past, right? The only thing that you can do is change the present moment. So I want to talk about why it is not the right thing to do, and b, some simple ways you can implement in your relationship or with yourself to sort of get over this anxiously attached relationship or anxiously attached behavior. So a lot of women who I have come across with this kind of behavior, they want to check their partner's phones. They want to know where their partner is at all time. Like I mentioned, they always want to be in constant contact with their partner, and they always need to have the validation. I'm so sorry. Yeah, they always need to have the validation of their partner to feel like everything is okay, that their relationship is okay, that they themselves are okay, or that they look good only if the partner says that they look good. And what happens is you end up putting a lot of pressure on the other person. Now, if the other person is a person who does not have this kind of attachment style, which is actually healthy, when you sort of behave in a very anxiously attached manner, it becomes very difficult for the other person, because they have to balance it out. So they end up being a bit more detached. Like, you will take 10 steps forward, but they don't want to be like this. So then they have to take a step back. And what happens is, in this pattern, you keep going here, the partner keeps going here, just to sort of, maintain the balance. And then you start perceiving as that person going far away from you, but that is not the case. You are pushing that person far away, and then you cannot say that that person is, um, going backwards. It's not how that works. It's very important that you take responsibility of your actions for what you are doing and what you are putting in your relationship. It could be baggage, it could be trauma, it could be a lot of issues stemming from childhood, from past relationships. Maybe you were cheated on. A lot of times, if your previous partners, they cheat on you, you can develop, yes, you can develop this sort of anxious attachment. But does that make it okay? It does not. It does not make it okay. Nothing justifies this behavior, honestly. And yes, in the beginning, it might seem cute, it might seem quirky, but in the long term, in the long term relationship, this is not the kind of behavior anyone should have to deal with or live with. And which is why I always say, whenever you want to get into a relationship, instead of thinking what the partner can do for you, you always have to think about what you can be doing for the partner, what you can be contributing in the relationship. Many a times, because in the past relationship the person ended up treating you in a bad way, you sort of feel that the person who you will date in the future as well, or maybe if you're in a relationship, the person who you are with currently, uh, you sort of think that this person is going to be like the last person I dated, and all the behaviors of your past relationship you project on your current relationship. Even if you are a peach, not everybody likes peaches, and that's okay. And you cannot do anything to make the other person value you. You can't make the other person value you. You can't make it your life's mission to show the other person that you're worth it. Because I'll tell you what, if that person does not want to see that you're worth it, they do not want to see your value, no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, that person is not going to be able to see your value. And when, especially in relationships, when you get attached to the person in a very anxious manner, your relationship is going to crumble. It is going to crumble. Maybe in hindsight you might think, oh, maybe I was too possessive, maybe I was, too much for that guy to handle. And yes, anxiously attached people, I was one of them. When I was dating my current partner, we are in a great relationship, touch wood. But had it not been for my retrospection and my education, me teaching myself, my partner being so understanding, things would not have worked out, because I also was in this anxiously attached relationship pattern. I had it, and I had to learn and unlearn a lot of things, get over a lot of behaviors myself. Because here's the thing, no one else can do it for you. What can you do for that? What can you do? Like, baby steps. Always has to be baby steps, because many times we always underestimate what you can do in 3 days, and you overestimate what you can do in 3 years. So a lot of us think, oh, in 3 years I'll do this, in 3 years I'll do that, or after 3 years I'll do that. But what about the next 3 days? What are you going to achieve in your next 3 days? You never think of those 3 days. You always aim for the 3 years. And what always happens, you end up living in the future. And also, if you are an anxiously attached person, you most likely are a person who lives in the future. So you will not think about the present, you will always think about the future, maybe the past, but you will always be in the future, which is never a good idea, because you don't know what happens tomorrow. You only have the present, you only have the current moment to get angry, to get happy, to get sad, to cry, to laugh, whether you want to make your life easy, you want to make your life difficult. You only have your present moment for that. You don't have your future and you don't have your past. Correct? So if you feel that you are someone who is in this anxiously attached relationship, also, guys, I have a lot more, to talk about anxiously attached relationships or anxious attachment patterns, and I will make a whole series, because there's just so much. This is something that I have worked on myself, on my clients, so I know that there is a lot of depth, and I will make a lot of more content around this as well. But if you feel you are someone like that, the first thing I want you to do is, whenever you get that anxiousness in your heart, you get that feeling, oh, I want to know what he is doing, what he is up to, who is he talking to, who is he texting, why is he talking to his friends and not me. I want you to take a step back. Just when you understand that thing goes on, you have to be more mindful, and that is something only you can work on with yourself. Just be more mindful. Whenever you feel like, oh, I'm just going to text him now and ask, where is he, or I can see him online but he is not texting me, when you get all these kind of feelings, you have to understand that, a, this behavior is not normal. Trust me, I used to feel that this behavior is normal in relationship. The I need to know, as his partner, I need to know everything about him. And yes, when you are living together, once you marry, whatever, you need to know, at all times, is he okay. But every second, every single minute second, you don't have to put all your attention on that person and forget yourself. So when you're in a relationship, maybe you are living together, maybe you are not living together. If you're not living together, especially, and you have this relationship, behavioral pattern in yourself which you have understood, you have to make sure that you take a step back. Okay, you're like, okay, I am repeating my patterns. I got to take a step back and distract yourself. Just throw your phone away and distract yourself. I am not saying that don't text him at all. Text him the normal amount. The normal amount is texting him when he is free. A lot of ladies, in my offline consultation, they ask me, but ma'am, how will I understand? But Sapnali, how will I understand what is the normal, how much is what is normal texting? Normal texting is when the other person is texting you back too, or when you are excited to share one highlight of the day. And there are techniques to understand. Like, I'll just give you a small one. For example, I had a client, and she used to ask me, but I have so many exciting things, everything that happens in my day, I feel like I have to tell him, I have to update him. Right now, when you are an anxiously attached person, you will make a small thing seem big because you want to text him. So here's an exercise for that. I know this video is kind of all over the place, but just give me some time. I will kind of condense my videos down to smaller points from my next video. But here's what you can do if you feel like you want to text him every single small thing about your day every night. Okay, every night, just think about the top two important things that happened in your day, and understand those top two things are the top two for a reason, and those were the highlights of your day. Anything that does not fall in the top two, all of them are small minute things which you wanted to message just to be in touch with that person. Okay, so that is an exercise that you can do, something that we do in the workshop, but that's again something that you can do. So whenever you get this texting feeling, take a step back and distract yourself, do something else, go for a movie, go make some plans with your friends, be with your family, read a book. There are so many good books. Let me know if you need a recommendation. I have so many. Literally, I have a lot of books there. I have a whole cupboard inside with books. So let me know if you need any book recommendations. I have a lot of book recommendations. Watch a nice YouTube video, watch a nice podcast. There are so many other things to do. Focus on a hobby, take up a different hobby. There are so many, things to do. So understand that anxious attachment can in the long run affect you. And also, another thing I want to add here, if you are a person with anxious attachment, you need to work on your self confidence and self worth as well. Because only when you feel you are not good enough, you have the fear that that person will go away, and you want to do anything in your power to keep him. You know what I'm saying? So I think this video has already been really heavy, and I will be making a part 2 of this video of the anxious attachment and the different styles of anxious attachments. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my part 2, where I will talk more about the same subject. And if you feel you are someone who is facing these issues that I just mentioned, let me know in the comments. And also make sure that you're following me on Instagram, because I do have a lot more to share with you. And I really hope you guys, are just connecting with me. You are liking my just my talking pattern and everything. So let me know if you have any recommendations from me. For me, I'm open to that, because I have only done coaching and one-on-one consultation. So YouTube is absolutely new to me. I'm just learning. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you very soon in my part 2. And yeah, see you later, guys.